Hey, shalom, 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 shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. I want to start off and give all honors and infinite praises to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillstone who have taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. Alright, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. Alright, coming in with another lesson today. And, basically just going to be dealing with, alright, these false prophets. Okay, the scriptures even talk about it. Okay, and here's one false prophet. Alright, his name is Ronald, I believe it's Ronald Dalton. And he has a documentary going into the Hebrews, the Negroes to Hebrews. All right, and I remember, this is probably a couple years back when he first started making the that documentary, and that was me first starting to come into this truth. It was the first one, but it was going into the Hebrews to the Negroes to Hebrews, and I think he was going into different segments of it. All right, because it's more than one segment of that documentary. And this was going basically to like the awakening process of, Jake waking up to who they are. And, that's kind of how I woke up to the truth a little bit as well with it too as well. But I didn't really truly understand, the full truth, all right, as I do now. All right, this is probably back in 2019. All right, I believe that was the year of the Charagma, and that's when a lot of things was happening, and it led me to eventually lead to GreatMillstone. But I remember this guy, and I remember he was doing a documentary, but I remember he was doing a documentary, but then also I remember it was going into different movie theaters, like low income movie theaters, but then he was getting mad because he wasn't getting the money back from the documentary. But if it's if the Lord put the spirit on you to do this documentary in spirit and in truth, all right, you wouldn't be worrying about the money, all right, because the Lord will pay you back, all right, tenfold, all right, for doing His work. But you can see that this is a grievous wolf, all right. I seen it back then, and I even see it even more now, and he's leading many people astray, all right. So here it is from from the elder. Elder Manatazaba, I believe from South Carolina. His YouTube handle is GMS South Carolina 08. All right, and he's had many different pages of his work. All right, but Esau Edom has taken down many of his pages. All right, so hey, if you haven't subscribed to the elder, and this is a video that he did about about 16 hours ago. And his name, Ron Dalton's Escape America Back to Africa Doctrine is false. See, you got many people are believing on this man's doctrine of this Ronald Dalton's, all right? They believe on this man's doctrine because of his documentary. Okay? You have a lot of Israelites who are just lazy and don't want to jump into the scriptures and actually and take the time to actually learn what the scriptures is saying. They lean on to what someone else is saying. Okay? Also, you got to do your own diligence as well. But the scriptures talk about how the elect will not be deceived. Okay? Let's get this piece right here from the little clip of the video that the elder had put. This is from, I guess, a woman, and her name is Lashika. This is probably about 2 months ago. It says, so for us who are in America, how can I make provisions to take the necessary steps to move back home? Okay, so this is someone who maybe just have woken up or probably came across this video and don't understand. Okay, but you're gonna have grievous wolves like this person here, Ronald Dalton, okay, professing, all right, that we should move back to Africa. You see, it brings confusion, but the scriptures talk about how many false prophets are gonna rise in the last days. Let's go ahead and get this little piece right here from King Da 74. It says, "Wait on the Lord, Don't let this guy lead you astray. All right, and he's right on this part. He's right on this part. All right, wait on the Lord. The scriptures talk about it in Zephaniah 3:8. All right, wait ye upon the Lord while I raise up upon the prey. Just roughly paraphrasing. See, it's going to be Yahweh sent his son, YAHAWASHI, to return back and to get his elect. All right, to redeem us from the four corners of the earth. And I believe that's in Matthew 24 too as well. Let's get that. Matthew 24, and there it is. We're going to start at verse 30. Matthew 24, verse 30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Okay, in the clouds. It says, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, because the way that he's coming back, all right, it's going to be like no other. I believe it's, I've seen other brothers put different videos out there going into how he's saying that there is no UFOs taking us back to our homeland. You see? So what is this scripture talking about? Okay? How is the Lord going to return back? See, you know, it brings a lot of confusion, but you're going to see a lot of people going to believe on the words of these false prophets. That's why the Lord has given a warning out unto his hopeful elect, all right, that for us not to be deceived by these false prophets that was going to arise in the last days. All right, so going back, it says, verse 30 again, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So he's getting ready to be coming back. What? And the clouds are a representation of the so-called UFOs. All right, the chairs of the Most High. All right, he's gonna break open the skies and enter into this dimension. Okay, to bring havoc upon the earth, but at the same time, he's going to deliver his elect. Verse 31, it says, and he shall send his angels, okay, the messengers, all right, the ministers, all right, of YAHAWAH Ba'Hashem YAHAWASHI, okay, it says, with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall, and they shall gather together his elect. See, it's all about the elect in these last days. The elect is going to adhere unto that sound. Okay, they're going to adhere unto the voice of the Lord. Okay, and they're going to be gathered up. It says, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay, this guy Ronald Dalton is not saying that in his false doctrine. He's telling us to get a flight and go back to Africa, basically. Come on, man. This is a doctrine. This is an older doctrine. All right, and it's coming back in a new form of another false prophet. All right. Let's jump. I think we're done with this little part. Let's jump back into Matthew 24, showing you we are at the end of days. All right. This is the book of Matthew 24. I'm going to start at verse 3. All right. And this is YAHAWASHI speaking. This is the disciples asking YAHAWASHI these questions. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately. And who was him? That him? It's YAHAWASHI. It says, saying, tell us when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So showing you we at the end of this age, end of this current system, all right, when we start to see these things come to pass, all right, and we're living within this time of prophecy. Verse 4 says, and YAHAWASHI answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. See, the Lord is telling the disciples at that time, and he's telling us again through the Spirit, through the prophets of what they're saying now. All right, we telling y'all, take heed that no man deceive you. Okay, it says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. See, it's many people coming in the name of a follower of YAHAWASHI. Alright? But they're deceiving many. Okay? This is one person that is deceiving many people. Let me see if I can find a still of his face so you know who it is. Alright, there it is. This guy right here on the right. Okay? I remember his face plainly. Okay? You see he got his shirt. He's trying to promote it. You know, he's doing it for what the scriptures say, for filthy lucre's sake. Alright, he's doing it for money. He's trying to do it for fame. Okay? He's not doing it for the true sincerity of his heart. Okay? Let's jump down to verse 11. It says, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. You see, we just had an incident with this. Let me go back to this woman right here. She's deceived. Very deceived. Let me see. He has another point of his comment board. Another one right here. We mentioned it earlier. UFOs are not coming for the Israelites. This is a false prophet. It says blacks are not Indians. Come on, man. What the fuck? It says the land of Canaan is in Africa. All right. See, this is a true false prophet. Look, 62.2 thousand subscribers, 711 likes. You got people listening to the whole video, an hour and 46 minutes of listening to nothing but bullshit. It says the Tutsi, the Hutu, the African pygmies all live in Central Africa and they speak the Bantu languages, who is indigenous to the area and who migrated from Egypt to Central Africa. Did any of these ethnic groups migrate to Israel, or is their homeland in Central Africa? Will there be a rapture of the righteous saints? You see, he's 20K views of reading this. His comments. Let me see if we can go a little bit more on. Okay, here's another one. It says many of us, okay, from I guess it's a guy or whoever. It says Karosi's mom 2 months ago. Okay, you got 49 replies to this. It says many of us want to leave for Africa, but can't due to finances. You see, the curses, all right, has held upon Jake. Many of our people are not going to be able to leave to go to Africa. Okay, the Lord knows this. He set it up this way. All right, so that way we can depend on Him. Okay, depend on Him when He returns back. Us to hope for Him when He returns back. Okay, so He can fit the prophecy when it comes through. The Lord's going to deliver us. All right, He's going to be ready to come and to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth. All right, it says our only hope is to pray and ask the Most High to deliver us from Babylon. Right. It says some of us can leave now and have already left. Praise Yah. See, them Yah Israelites. All right. It says some of us can leave now and have already left. See, these are the ones who was blinded. These are the ones who didn't understand of what the scriptures were saying. It says, but for the rest of us, how that will happen, I don't know. See, a false prophet is supposed to be able to give them the explanation, the answers to all of their questions. See, this is why the scripture says in the book of Isaiah, I believe it's 30, and it says how the teachers shall not be removed into a corner anymore. Let's get that right quick. Let's get it right quick. It's the book of Isaiah 30 and 20. It says, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, because that's what we're going through here in Babylon the Great. The Lord has given us these things, so what? That we may be able to call upon Him. Okay, to acknowledge our sins, to acknowledge Him. It says, Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eye shall see thy teachers. See, right now the teachers are out. Okay, starting from our apostles and our elders. All right, the rest of the Akim, the teachers are out. They're on the forefront, giving the prophecies, giving us the things to go. Giving us the Lord's giving us the things to say. Salakia. Okay, through the Spirit, He's giving us the things of what we should answer unto the rest of the flock. Okay, to give the flock the warning from people like this. Okay, so the Lord's He hasn't removed His teachers into a corner anymore. They're in the forefront. Here it is, one right here, GMS South Carolina 08. Here's another one right here, GMS Awakening 144. Amawan, I believe it's Gabar. You got Remnant Save. Alright? Many other brothers, man. Many other brothers out here giving the warning out. Alright? So if you're being deceived into going over to Africa, alright, you may not be part of the elect. Okay? Because you took heed to a false prophet. Alright? It says, let's go back to it. But He promised He would gather and deliver us from the four corners of the earth. Man, we just read that in Matthew 24. It says, many of us are poor and can hardly afford rent, food, and gas, let alone move to Africa. The Most High is our only hope. That's what the Lord wants. He wants you to only hope in Him. It says, I just wish I knew how He is going to pull this off. Wow. It says, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll return by cruise ships. That would be nice. See, Jake don't know, man. And to this person, Rosie's mom, see, YAHAWASHI is getting ready to return back. You said it yourself right here. He's going to gather and deliver us from the four corners of the earth, especially here in Babylon the Great. The Lord wants us to leave this place spiritually, not to have our minds and our spirit, all right, dwelling within this place, because He's getting ready to destroy. But at the same time, He's getting ready to deliver us. He's not going to get us in no cruise ships. He's going to get us in ships, but by the way of the UFOs, the so-called UFOs, all right, the chairs of the Most High. So have your only hope in YAHAWASHI. That's how we're going to escape America, through the will and the power of YAHAWASHI. Let's jump to Matthew 13 and 22. For false Hamashiachs and false prophets shall rise and shall show signs and wonders to seduce. This right here is a seduction. His Hebrews to Negroes. Alright, he's using the same witchcraft that Esau Edom is using. Okay, to deceive the masses, to really deceive Jake. Let me see if there's any more on here. See if it's another one. Okay, so here's a Hebrews to Negroes TV. I guess it's the guy. It says, Christ says in Luke 21 when talking about the end of days, verse 36. And that's one of my favorite scriptures in Luke 21. It says, watch ye therefore, pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Pray and have faith. If it is meant to be by Yah Christ for those to escape America before it is judged, or before it starts to get very bad, then Yah will make a way. All you can do is pray and have faith, but also know that faith without works is dead. I wish I could finish that, what he says. It says, we also have to, then it says ... Let me see if the elder had made it more. Come on, man. If it is meant, man. These false prophets, man. You see, got a lot of lost souls on here. It says, I have to go and trust the scriptures, can't afford Africa. That's what the Lord wants. Raha, love. Our finances are not an issue with the Most High. That's church and doctrine. Understand what he is saying. He's saying separate yourself from them. You can be amongst them, but you don't have to give it to their teaching. The worship of Caesar Borgia, the pagan holidays, and the dietary laws that are not of the Most High. He is instructing you to obey his laws, statutes, and commandments and love him. You can do that because I am. Even those 30 years in North Carolina, it was strictly apostolic. I didn't hardly go around my family. I ate no pork. Okay. Let me see, man. You see a lot of lost souls out here, and this is, damn, it says duped. See, many of our people have been duped. They've been tricked. All right, and that's a spirit. All right, and to believe in this. All right, of what these false prophets are saying. Hey, the elder even got it right here in this video. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart. Spiritually. You're not saying physically. It says, for this is not your rest. You are not going to be able to rest nowhere in this wicked ass place, in this wicked ass land. You can go move to Africa. You can go move to China. You can go move wherever you want, because it's still going to come to the point to where you're not going to get any rest, because due to the curses. The curses was going to be upon our people. Okay? I believe it was what, Deuteronomy 28. Let me get it right quick. 46. 28, I believe it's 46 or 42. Oh, DU Salakia. Let's get that right quick. Deuteronomy 28, I believe it's 40. And here it is in 46. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Okay? It's only going to be the Most High is going to take these curses from off of us. Alright? And it's going to follow you wherever you go. But let's jump back into that the part right here. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. You stay in this place, you're going to be destroyed either way. By your minds, all right, your bodies, all right. And eventually, that sword destruction is coming with the way of the ICBM missiles, coming to destroy this place, Babylon. Let's jump to Matthew 13 and 22 again. For false Hamashiachs and false prophets shall arise and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. But it's not going to seduce. It's not going to get the elect to be duped into believing, all right, these false prophets. Let's go ahead and get ready to close this out. Going into 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High. All right, you can read in Malachi 3. I believe it's 3 and 18 or 17. But it goes into how you would discern between the one who serve the Most High and the ones who don't. All right, this is why you got to try the spirit by the spirit. You don't believe every spirit. Okay, and this is one spirit you do not believe. All right, it's a grievous one. Ronald Dalton in the flesh, it's a false prophet. It says, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. So you got to take heed. Take heed that no man deceive you. All right, verse 2. Hereby know ye the spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that YAHAWASHI HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High. Okay, that's the teachers. Sorry, from our apostles and our elders all the way down to the rest of the Akim. All right, the ones who have the 100% doctrine. We're the ones confessing that Yahweh sent his son YAHAWASHI. All right, that he came into the flesh. All right, and then he left. All right, but he's going to return back. Verse 3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahawashi Hamashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. Okay, he didn't get the point to where that this Ronald Dalton guy didn't get to the point to where he thinks that that Yahawashi is going to come back. He must have forgot that part. He didn't read Matthew 24 verse 30. All right, it says, and this is that spirit of Antichrist, wherefore ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world. It's already in this world. It's already here. Okay? Deceiving. All right? Many of the people of the nation of Israel. See, I went and did a video a couple of days ago going into how the Lord is rejecting a lot of Israelites. All right? The ones he don't want. And the ones he don't want are the ones that's going to follow this guy and go flee. This is the book of 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. See, this is a swift destruction that's getting ready to come to this guy. Okay, this is one of them spirits from back in the day, and they coming back to be what? A false prophet all over again. Verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil speaking of. See, the true men of the Lord are out here speaking the truth. Okay? But he's making it seem like it is something evil that we speak of. Okay? Something bad. Okay? By telling our people to wait. Wait upon the Lord. Alright? To flee out of this place spiritually. Okay? Because Yahweh is going to send his son Yahawashi to return back to come and to redeem his people. Alright? From the four corners of the earth. And especially here in Babylon the Great. Where the greatest destruction is getting ready to happen. He's not going to leave his people here. Okay? See, you have many of our people, they lack the faith and believing on YAHAWAH Ba'Hashem Yahawashi and what he's about to do, especially in these last days. Alright, so it's, a quick video, and Lord willing, I didn't drag it out too long, but it's to really give a warning out unto the rest of the flock. Alright? To be circumspect. Alright? Of people like Ronald Dalton. Alright, and their false doctrines, escaping America. There is no UFOs coming for the Israelites. That the blacks are not Indians. Come on, man. You see, his whole doctrine is all screwed up. Alright, and he doesn't have the spirit to discern anything, and just to know that this is a true false prophet. Oh, here's one right here. I just missed that one. I guess a woman from Jazz 2 months ago. So, brother, are you willing to help some of us come out of her spirit physically? See, man, our people just lost. But this is why the Lord has the true prophets out here in the last days. All right, to give y'all the warning. Okay? And if you are the elect, you will adhere unto what the teachers are saying, especially in these last days. Okay? And you won't take heed unto what the false prophets are saying. All right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and Ahwakim. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to YAHAWAH Ba'Hashem Yahawashi Ba'Hashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillstone who have taught us this truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. Shalom.